So we got there. The Melbourne Half Marathon was this Sunday and I ran in it. Around a month ago, I was still tossing up whether I would or wouldn't, but we locked it in and we trained, added the distance, and we made it. At the start of the year, I was hoping to run a marathon this year, but due to injuries throughout, I haven't been able to put the kilometres in, so we'll try again for that next year. But I made it to the half marathon. So let's visit race day and see how it went. But to start with, I didn't run a lot the week before, so I had an easy 4-kilometre run on Tuesday, and I was going to have a run on Thursday, but at work on Wednesday we had a staff student basketball match which I played in, and I was running quite quickly, and I woke up Thursday morning just with a little bit of tightness, so I decided just to skip that run and I would just save myself up for Sunday, which was good. I set the goal to run this half marathon in 1 hour and 55 minutes. I thought that I've been running it around that tempo and that'll be a push for me, but I think it's within my ability. So I started the day nice and early. I left home at about 5:15 to get into the city around an hour later. It took me a while to get a park. It was very busy, so I couldn't get a park where I planned to originally. So I ended up parking at a place on Lygon Street in the CBD. So it was quite a walk to the start line, which was fine on the way there. I was feeling energized. I didn't sleep really well the night before because I was just worrying about getting up on time and making sure I was there. That's just something which I deal with. That was okay. I was feeling energized and ready. Got to the start area. I checked in, showed my vaccine certificate. So I got my green wristband, and then I waited. I kind of started middle of the pack. I wasn't pushing towards the front. I was imagining myself to be a middle of the pack runner for this one, which turned out to be true based on the results, which is fine. So I started kind of middle of the pack there, and took me a couple of minutes to cross the start line, but due to them calculating my net time based on when I crossed the start line and finish line at the other end, not a problem. So I wasn't stressed about that. So I really enjoyed the whole run. It's a nice course, just running through, seeing the sights of Melbourne. You're running past Flinders Street and all of these different places, which are just really lovely. And it's a really flat course overall as well. There's a bit of a hill towards the end as you run up to then get over the Yarra River and into the MCG, but that was at the end of the run. But the first half of the run, I was really comfortable. I was taking it fairly easy, running a little bit faster than my required tempo, and it was comfortable. There were a lot of people around, which I suppose I was expecting, but it was just something to manage. There were lots of people who wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting in the way of and navigating all of them. That was fine. Just after halfway, I started to feel a bit fatigued. It was heating up, so we're in the low 20s. When that hit around 8 o'clock. It was a fairly warm day on the Sunday, so it was a warmer race. So I started feeling a bit fatigued, but still running pretty comfortably. When I hit the 16-kilometre mark, so 5 kilometres to go, I started to feel quite fatigued and like I was working. Keeping in mind that the longest run I've had this year was a 17-kilometre run a couple of weeks ago, so I haven't gone beyond that. So it was harder work the last few kilometres for me, especially as we entered the uphill bit. As I crossed the last checkpoint, Tim, you were monitoring me during using the app. So you got a buzz when I crossed that, and the time that I was predicted to cross the finish line at my current pace, and you sent me a message saying that I'm looking good, but I need to make sure that my pace is faster than 5 minutes 30 per kilometre, which I was running a bit slower than that at the time. So the last 2 kilometres I pushed it a bit harder, which worked out well. It was a really lovely ending, running into the MCG on the MCG grass, which is just spectacular, and crossing the finish line eventually. It was pretty packed in there. I felt really good at the end of it. Like I felt like I probably could have still gone a little further. Like I hadn't burnt all that was in the tank, which for a race probably wanted to be a bit more tired, but I was happy enough with my efforts. It was quite a hobble back to my car. It's uphill, and I was pretty tired at the end of that after having some time to just cool down and drink water and get out of there. It was good though. I had a really good time, and I'm looking forward to running in one of the races next year, hopefully the marathon. That's my plan. A bit disappointing for you, Tim. You were planning on running the marathon, but due to some illness that you've had, you weren't able to make that. So I'm really sorry about that. and I'm looking forward to running marathons with you in the future regardless, because your form's there, my form's getting there, so we'll be ready to go soon, I imagine. It's been a couple of days now when I'm filming this video, and my recovery's been pretty good. My legs have been just a little achy the last couple of days, which I was expecting. I haven't run this far in a number of years, and so I knew it was going to be a little sore afterwards. Even though I came home, I iced, I had a bit of a stretch. It's still a bit sore. It's now 2 days after, and the pain in my muscles has completely subsided. I've got a little bit of pain in my right ankle, just the top of it, where I think I've just got some inflammation in some soft tissue in there. So not a huge issue. I've had that injury before, so I'm catching it early. So I'm just going to take some time to rest and wait till that's better. I might go for some easy grass runs just to keep that fitness going, and looking at other ways that I can be maintaining my cardio fitness to have a great 2022. I wanted to have a fairly big week next week, to just kind of keep building, but I think it'll be probably an easy couple of weeks to end the year, and we'll just be starting 2022 in a really good position. So I'm feeling confident. I had a great time running the Melbourne Half Marathon. It was a great course, really well organised. The signage was fantastic. The aid stations were well run, and the finish was just spectacular in the MCG. I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to taking you on more races in the future. Stick around later this week for Tim's video, and you will see me next Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.